Hey guys, this is my sort of overview of the Leatherman Wingman multi-tool by Leatherman. If you're not aware, this is sort of a series of knives that they have out now, including this, the Wingman, and then the Sidekick. The reason this is just an overview and not a review is because I'm returning this Wingman to get a Sidekick, because what I was looking for was a knife for work, which is all mostly landscaping, and I needed a multi-tool, because I also do painting and I needed a screwdriver and all that sorts of stuff, but I wanted it all at once, and my Kershaw Leak, my EDC blade, really couldn't handle that, so I need to return this to get a Sidekick, which the only difference, we'll get into the difference in a second here. Let's stick to this one first. This is a very nice knife, especially price-wise. The Sidekick is about $40, this is about $30. Why are they so cheap? I don't know. They're still made in the USA, not made in China, anything like that. The only difference that I know of, besides the tools, is that the Sidekick comes with a little leather pouch and a carabiner, like a little multi-tool carabiner, which is pretty cool. There's no knives or anything on it. It's all one piece of metal, but it does have some features with it, which I can't review because I don't have the knife yet. But I just want to get into this one first. Okay, so on the outside, there's three accessible things. There's the pocket clip, which is removable. You see there, you can just take out the screw and pop that out. But it is a pretty nice pocket clip. It's a little loose because the thing weighs so much. Let's see if I can demonstrate that. This is just a piece of like little plastic, I guess. Okay. So you see, not too much obviousness from the what you see when you're carrying it, but still a decent amount. But the problem is how much this thing weighs. The pocket clip has little effect. So, but I still like it. So if I have like a pants on and I have pockets, like cargo pant pockets, they usually have a button thing that goes over. So I'll clip this in my pocket and then put the thing over it, so it's just extra secure in my pocket. So there's that. And another tool is the knife. Half serrated. They're pretty nice serrations, and the knife came okay sharp. Like it cuts paper occasionally, like it's sort of on and off, half and half, if it'll cut paper, but it is not really hair popping sharp, which is okay for me for a new blade. I mean, as long as there's an edge on it, I'm okay with it. But I prefer them to be razor sharp, but I can live with it. You see, it's a pretty large grind. I like that. It makes it sort of like closer to being a much sharper grind. It is locking. You can see a little lock symbol there. Both the tools on the front are locking. It's brand new, so it's not very smooth, but it's smooth, but it's a little bit tough. That would obviously go away with use. A little bit of a hole there, like a Spyderco hole, but not really. It's much thinner and sort of smaller. Yeah, serrations are pretty nice and sharp. I like those okay. Overall, the blade's a decent blade. If it was like, I mean, it's good to have on this knife. If this didn't have a knife, well, that might actually make me like it a little bit more because I can carry it to school. But just, yeah, pretty overall nice knife. I don't use it because I have plenty of other EDC stuff on me, including a knife and then my backup EDC knife, but that's for another time.